Do you ever find yourself worrying about bad things and dwelling on negative things, even though you know deep down that things are actually, pretty good in your life? Why do we do that? Hi, I'm Sonia, and thanks for watching my video. It turns out that as human beings, we tend to pay more attention to bad things and overlook good things due to something called a negativity bias. Our negativity bias means we tend to focus on the negative, even when the negative experiences aren't even very big or important. They may be completely inconsequential, but humans tend to focus on them. And scientific studies actually show that negative experiences tend to affect people more than positive ones. Some even suggesting that this happens in a ratio of 3 to 1. So negative experiences will be given a 3 times weighting over a positive one in the human brain. That means to the human brain, the bad stuff is stronger than the good stuff. So we are effectively designed to think about bad experiences for longer, and they impact upon us more. Can you believe it? I love the way Rick Hanson, he's a psychologist from the University of California. I love the way he describes it. He says, the mind is like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. So why do humans do this? Well, it turns out it's evolutionary. In the early evolution of man, paying attention to bad and dangerous things in the world was definitely a matter of life and death for them. Early human beings who were more alert to danger and who paid more attention to the bad things around them were more likely to survive. They saw the saber-toothed tiger early enough that they could run away from it and not get eaten by it. So essentially, those that survived were also more likely to hand down the genes that made them more attentive to danger. And this negative bias is then, inbuilt in the human brain with the intention to keep us safe. Which on the one hand is kind of a lovely thought that it's there to keep us safe, but I'm sure you can see how that it is also going to give us a pretty miserable time if we're not on top of it. It can take a toll on our mental health. It can cause us to dwell on unhappy and unhelpful thoughts. It can cause us to focus on the negatives in others and so affect relationships. It can make it really, really difficult to be optimistic in our life. What do we do then with this rather sobering, but otherwise, I guess, helpful knowledge about ourselves? What is really exciting is that there are some easy, powerful, and really quite enjoyable things we can do. So here's how to overcome our natural negativity bias. Awareness is the first thing. Knowing that this is how we're somewhat naturally designed to react is a really powerful start. Awareness is the first thing. Be aware of our thoughts and reactions when they occur. And then reframe situations to see if you can't see them from a different perspective. Look for that silver lining that every cloud has. The next thing, number 3, is to focus on positivity. Use positive thoughts about yourself and situations. When you catch yourself using negative self-talk, go, oh, and notice it. It's that awareness aspect again, isn't it? Stop those negative thoughts before they take hold, because you realize they're not actually the truth. They're one of those, evolutionary warnings. It's not the truth. So we'll stop them. And this is the really lovely bit to do. Savor and emphasize the positive moments and aspects of your life. Replay those happy and positive and wonderful moments and play them over and over again in your mind. Write down all the positives in your life. Write them down. Write down all the things you're grateful for, all your achievements, and read them daily. Focus on the wonderful feelings that these thoughts and memories bring up. No, we're not living in a fantasy land by doing this. We're creating strength and resilience in ourselves and making the absolute best of our lives as we can. Bye for now.